With the Game Awards now over, Astrobot is 2024 Game of the Year. While many are happy, there are some that aren't. Thankfully, nothing too crazy. It ain't that bad.
The Black Myth Wukong team, I don't know which person on the team, was crying when Astrobot got Game of the Year.
Yeah, the death for Black Myth Wukong is kinda wilding all the way the fuck out. So, in honor of these niggas crashing out, I'm covering and doing a kill count of Black Myth Wukong. The game follows the nameless monkey that is trying to bring back Sun Wukong. Alright, that's enough, because this video is already long enough. Oh yeah, for this kill count, I'm gonna be only counting kills for people that stay dead. So bosses, basically. Bosses only. Oh, and if you want to get to, like, understand who made the game, and all the stuff I usually do, like put at the beginning of the video that nobody fucking watches, go over to my half-ass review of Black Myth Wukong. It's right here in the corner. Alright, enough talk, let's get into the game. Run it! The game opens with Wukong relaxing on his mountain until he notices people on the horizon, so he goes to see what is happening. He already knows that the visitors aren't there to make conversation or to ask for directions. Upon arrival, Wukong is able to confirm the identity of the people being Erlang, the 4 heavenly kings, and an army of knights, and the others all having been sent by the celestial court. Erlang and Wukong start off with some dialogue that truthfully served little to no purpose whatsoever. Here's a faithful summary of their conversation. Hey, what your K-pop wannabe ass want? I'm here to share the news from the court. And what they said. That's you's a bitch. Yagwai ass nigga. Wow, the celestial court said all that? Well, they come from the celestial palace. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna lump them all together. The celestial court / palace. Or CCP for short. Oh, okay. You're in a jolly mood. Okay, let's see if you keep that up after I'm finished talking. See, the court, they wants you back. So you can come willingly, and I kill everybody on this mountain quickly. B, we can fight, I kill you along with everybody on the mountain. Or C, we fight, you beat me, and my niggas come and kill everyone on the mountain. So what's it gonna be, monkey? Oh, my name isn't Monkey, it's Suki. Why is your name Suki? Suki on his dick, nigga. Boy, fuck you! And the two get to battling. Overall, it's an even match that starts to tip onto the side of Erlang. See, what happened was Wukong hit with the Mink Mink Wop instead of a Mink Mink Mook. World of a difference. Also, he started getting jumped. Wukong then turns into his bird form and tries to take off with his burners, but Erlang copies him and also turns to a bird, overall keeping up with him, until Wukong's headband is activated. Damn, Professor X hit this man with the Holocaust beam, had him reliving every time he said some cringe shit. With Wukong temporarily incapacitated, Erlang takes the time to beat Wukong. Ah damn, this shit tight as hell! Free Taiwan! Fuck you! Does Taiwan even exist? I guess I'm not getting $5 that time. God damn. And just like Yugi's opponents after he believes in Heart of the Cards, or my social credit score after this video comes out, Wukong gets dropped, giving us our first kill of the game. I think. Technically, he does die here, but his actual death happens at the very end, so I'm gonna hold off. No, I'm gonna put this like as a placeholder, but yeah, we're gonna hold on from like the actual official death. With Wukong now dead, the world moves on. Fast forwarding into the future where an old monkey is talking about Wukong. This dude is kind of like the Buddha for the monkeys on the mountain, in the sense where he teachings others. Well, he's teaching. And you're wondering who this is? Truthfully, don't worry. I don't know. He comes back at the end. We'll talk about it then. He gives Wukong's backstory about how Wukong was a Buddha, but didn't want to play by their rules. And the story goes that he's trapped within the rock. After Wukong's defeat, his spirit turns to 6 relics, deciding they didn't want to have to lose as their owner. So they decided to skedaddle into different directions. And now, the MC is tasked with finding all the pieces in hopes of reviving Wukong. And with this, Journey to the West begins. Also, title card. And the first thing the MC does when given this journey is turn into a fucking piece of fruit and almost get eaten by some bandits. You might be wondering why he did it. I don't know. But don't worry, he's going to use this skill like a whopping 5 times throughout the entire game. This is the first time. On his trip, the MC comes across a shrine, overall meeting the keeper of the Black Wind Mountain, who gives the MC background on the upcoming area, also giving him the incest talisman. Incense. jealousy. Also giving him the Incense Trail Talisman. Yeah, I didn't know what this did until I completed like about 85 to 90% of this game. All this does is send the MC back to the nearest shrine, aka the bonfire from Souls, the Dark Souls series. Also, I'm not going to keep calling the main character MC because truth be told, this boy don't actually have no fucking name. He's called like names such as like Boy and a Monkey. He's also referenced as the Destined One, so I'm gonna name him after a famous character that takes inspiration from Sun Wukong, a character that stars in a popular anime, a character that sometimes uses a pole and a flying nimbus, a person known for his martial arts prowess, and their love of fighting. Yes, I'm giving this character the name Jin, aka Jin Mori from God of High School.
Hey yo!
Wait. He had hands. While exploring, Jin runs into his first tough enemy, a boss, Bing Bullguard, who he manages to hurt until he's almost killed, requiring the keeper to step in and help out.
It's been a while, but the immobilized spell still works like a charm. Since you hail from Mount Huaguo, it won't hurt to teach you a handy trick.
With this, the Keeper teaches Jin how to use immobilization, one of many skills that Jin would use on his journey to the west. Also, giving us our second kill, Bing Bullguard. With this, Jin continues until he reaches a shrine where the Keeper reappears, turning him into a cicada for him to scout out the area. This is the second time out of 5 he's going to turn into an animal that can attack. After using cicadas to scout out the area, Jin proceeds on running into 2 more bosses. I decided to take Gonzo first, and it goes... bad. So I tried the other boss, and that went... even worse. And at this point, I almost said fuck this video. The only reason why I didn't is because I bought this shit on Steam, but I realized my PC, it could run it, but it looks like shit. So I just got a refund and I bought it on a PlayStation, and it still looked like shit to me. And then I couldn't get a refund. And when I say it looked like shit, I mean like the opening with Jin's on the cloud. It looks like shit to me. It looks like shit. It still does look like shit to me. After some farming, Jin gives us kill number 3, being Ganzu. After killing him, steals his weapon, allowing for Jin to be able to transform into him for a short time. Now armed with another skill, Jin takes on the next boss. And I proceed to fight him just to run away mid-fight because the nigga was tough, and I couldn't win. Straight up. So after a tactical retreat, we add kill number 4 to the board, being the Wandering Right. Also, he drops his soul, but I can't collect that at this moment. Taking what seems to be a whopping 2 feet, Jin runs into another shrine along with the Keeper, who warns him of the upcoming Yaguai, Lin's Way. So, with a change of drip, I rush to the boss, and I beat it first try, giving us kill number 5. Venturing forward, Jin runs into a merchant that gives him an upgrade for his gourd, allowing him to steal souls. He gave him the power of Shang Tsung, give him the ability to steal enemy souls, and briefly use their signature move, but not any old enemy can have their soul taken. They have to have like, you have to find a tougher variation of that foe. They usually have like a blue aura around them, and they're tougher than usual. We add another kill on the board, being Bali Galing. Kill number 6 is one of the half-dozen big ass rocks. And notice how his soul is purple. It means that he was a boss and not just a tough enemy. After this, Jin goes on to murk another, giving kill number 7 to I ain't reading that shit. Setting him on fire. Jin proceeds to become possessed by Michael Jackson, letting him become a smooth criminal.
My guest inside.
Got this nigga practicing riding his Nimbus Cloud. What is happening? After stopping in a brief meeting with a merchant, Jin runs to his hardest opponent yet, Fake Orochimaru. Also a nigga with a second health bar. Fuck him. And his name is White Clad Noble. But he gets dropped like all the others, but before dying, he hits Jin with the Ubisoft assassination and starts talking, giving information up before dying.
The Guanyin Temple now lies in cinders, yet the Elder Soul endures. The root of greed ever fosters the stem of suffering. Better to forget the thing you truly seek.
And like that, we get kill number 8. Nigga turned into particles but kept talking even after disappearing. He also didn't have any ill will to Jin. Nigga was just doing his job, so I'm not really sure he's dead, but I didn't see him in the rest of the game, so dead enough to me. With this information, Jin continues on. And by continuing on flash forward, I mean we stop and handle the side boss that the nigga was just talking about. To get here, you have to ring 3 bells scattered on the map, one of them being right here for example. The fight with the side boss is an interesting one, given the fact that the boss, being Elder Jinshi, heals from his minions and also uses them to attack as well. He actually ties into the end boss, but I'll say that for later. You know what ain't gonna be here later is the boss, cause he is our kill number 9.
Is collected by the hundreds. Still one short without this. No, stop. Go. Next time, leave it. Just leave it. Stop the fire.
The foe is Stone Cold Steve Austin, aka the Black Wind King, aka the final boss of the chapter. And not surprisingly, he survives, turning into a bunch of knack particles, waving at him to the top so they can have their final battle. The Keeper then pops up and gives Jin another ability to help on the journey, one in which he tests out for like 2 seconds before having to rerun the ones yet again with Stone Cold, this time in his true form being the Black Bear Guai. He went from Stone Cold to Smokey the Bear. Well, somebody call Peter because I'm about to beat the shit out of this bear. Upon defeat, Smokey tries to run away with the relic, but he ain't Percy Jackson nor is he a lightning thief, and the relic had to quietly remind him.
Oh, pardon me, young sage. Mercy, young sage, have mercy. I was just a pawn of the Celestial Court. If given a choice, who dare to challenge the mighty wrecker of the Celestial Palace?
God, bro, is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm
Like,
saying,
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see.
Coming back to his senses, Kuma hands over the relic over to Jin, begging to be spared, which Jin does, I guess, since he got the relic. The game then cuts to the origins of the boss for this level, well, bosses for this level. You see this bald-headed ass kid, he ran into Smokey the Bear, who decided to teach him how to, get the bag. He taught him the ways of the trap and proceeds to send him out to the best trap monastery somewhere in the world, aka being somewhere in Atlanta. He arrived and see everyone wearing kasayas? Kasayas, I think that's how you say it. Kasayas are robes with designs on them. They're used as an outerwear. Yeah, it's their version of like Hellcats. Anyways, the kid grows up to be the head trapper, having dozens upon dozens of Hellcats. He had dozens and dozens of Hellcats. Take note on how many he has. Yet the people that he's learning from, aka his kind of like underlings, has none. Anyway, he was a hit trap master, and that's when Wukong arrives during the Journey to the West storyline. Note that this game takes place after the novel, but it also takes some liberations. It mixes in the actual storyline with game. So yeah. So Wukong and his party arrives at the temple, shows the Kasai, aka the Hellcat, to the trap master, and it's so far that he has to have it. So his underlings decide to set fire to the temple to kill Wukong's party and steal the Hellcat back. Well, not back, but just steal it from him. This plan would have worked if a member of Wukong's crew didn't, see what was happening and, contact heaven to protect them from the fire. So with that, the whole temple burned, killing everyone besides Wukong's group. Oh, and fun fact, the secret optional boss, the big hit nigga I killed earlier, yeah, that's the hit trap nigga from the animation. This can be deduced from his final words after you beat him, when he was talking about the Hellcat and how the fire was spreading. Also, the fact that the bosses use his minions to not only attack but also give their lives to heal him. And last but not least, after beating him, you get the same item to use that was used to protect Wukong's group from the fire back in the novel, the vessel thing. And with that, the chapter comes to an end. Now, moving on to find another relic. I actually came back and killed another boss, making Rid Long as our number 10 kill. Oh, side note, at the end of each chapter, the game gives a end screen that explains what happened in the OG Journey to the West. Also, asks questions to ponder on. With the first relic secure, Jin goes for the next one, and it starts terribly. Got Jin looking like a medieval version of Denzel from Training Day. Lit this nigga up with the Wacha! Which is funny since the Journey to the West novel was released in 1592. I know, Hacha, or how you say this, was around since like the 1400s. I believe it was first invented in 1409 or something like that. I find it funny. Jin is in such a bad position that a random dude comes and helps him out. Man, this game hella woke. They out here adding gay niggas to the story. Granted, I never read Journey to the West. And even though there are websites to read it for free, I'm still not going to. But I know they made this character gay simply because a man with no head in a world with niggas being able to heal and regenerate, he isn't hitless because, you know, he was forced to. Nah. Instead, he gave some head. His head. He was given head.
You are a sick nigga, man.
The hitless man helps Jin, who then proceeds on his journey, giving us kill number 11, being Langli Gaba. It's another big frog, in which Jin gets rewarded by meeting a merchant and getting a net. Pushing on, Jin runs to a pair of rats. Moles? Whatever that fat nigga from Harry Potter was called.
Oh, your poor brother hadn't...
What's that smell? Aye, that's fresh meat. Delivering itself all the way to this dump for our lunch.
Yo, he did all that fucking sniffing for a nigga that was like whopping 30 feet away? Nigga, are you blind?
My glasses! I can't see without my glasses!
This is one of the few double boss fights. But for this one, all that is needed is to beat the second prince, aka this big rat. This causes the king to escape. But if you decide to get rid of the king first, the prince gets like a Zenkai boost. But he also drops his soul. So a fair trade, I guess. A trade I didn't make. So kill number 12 goes to the second prince of the flowing sand. The king decides to run after seeing his son die, just to go to his other son, which doesn't work in his favor.
Son, your brother's gone. Help me and atone for your past now. No! Are you mad? Go and hunt the monkey. I'm your father!
Hey, you're finally awake. You were...
Nigga went to get help and got murked instead, giving us kill number 13, I guess. We also killed the killer, since they like taking innocent lives, even though that dude wasn't innocent. Having the first prince of the flowing sands being kill number 14. Also, we have to go into the little area to start to get the true ending, so that was just a side note. Next boss Jin has to deal with is the Tiger Vanguard. And just like Wukong from the Journey to the West book that I haven't read, I'm okay with running away. Evident enough when I ran to this Kung Fu Tony the Tiger. So I went and put another boss on the shirt, being the Earth Wolf, who will kill number 15. I tried to keep the momentum up and fight another boss, being Black Long. And I'm gonna lie, nigga hit me with all the lightning I can handle. He hit me with the lightning of Zeus, Thor, Storm, Static, and Cobra Wrath. Beat me so bad I went back to Kung Fu Tony. And after several deaths, I added the Tiger Vanguard to the board, being kill number 16. Defeating the Tiger Vanguard, the Headless Game Monk pops up and gives Jin the ability to turn to stone. So, not only did this dude give hit, he also gave Jin the ability to get bricked up. And he isn't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you gay.
Jin continues on his journey, adding multiple bodies to the board, being kill number 17, going to Black Long. Kill number 18, going to Mother of Stones. A quick fight with Man in Stone, a new transformation is unlocked, as well as the boss becoming a merchant. The transformation becomes crucial to the hardest boss in the game, who is optional, so it's kind of required. At least that's how I beat him. Next couple of bosses that's put on the board is Tiger's Acolyte as the number 19th kill, the Stone's Vanguard for the 20th kill. Afterwards, Jin returns to the area where he fought the Tiger Vanguard, now able to go through a secret passage. Going further, he runs to Gay Hitless Monk, who gives him another ability.
Easy, easy.
This befits you grandly. Hey, luckily I've kept it close for its rightful owner.
Come on now, first he teaches him how to get bricked up, now he's teaching him how to make shadow clones. And note, when fully upgraded, the shadow clones can also use the abilities. So imagine Jin and 5 of his clones being bricked up. Yeah, that monk definitely eat 5 guys 5.
This nigga gay as hell.
I ain't talking about no damn burgers. With a new ability comes the final boss for chapter 3, being the Yellow Wind Sage, who makes for the 21st kill. After his defeat, he releases the monk's head, who used to be his master. So we helped the nigga get some head? His head? So we helped bend the nigga over? Did we take a rib out? Like, this one progressive ass monkey, I ain't gonna lie. Turns out that the monkey's back.
I am Bodhisattva Lingji of New Mount Sumeru.
Yeah, what he said. He then gives Jin a quick backstory about the relics that he knows. He goes further and explains that the rat was his student, underling, and he showed the relic in hopes of using his power or something. Also taking the monk's head to try and contain the power of the relic. Oh damn. So he got his head taken. How you get your head? Nigga's a rape victim? My bad. I mean to make fun of it.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
That boy gay as hell.
As a reward for helping, the monk gives Jin the relic, and with this, the animation for the chapter plays. In the animation, a dude saves a fox, but turns out the fox turns to a woman, which, you know, he fucks. The nigga's a furry, I guess. Years pass by and the dude makes a family with the fox. You know, kids, grandkids, yada yada. Until one day, she reverts back to her OG form and eats his kids. Granted, she's kind of like 20 years, you know, too late for all of that, but good thing it turns out all to be a dream. It was all a dream. So what did he do? Easy. He kills the fox and wears her as a scarf, giving us kill number 22. The animation ends on a couple of words.
Men, beasts, Buddhas, Yaoguais. Each of them bears a distinct root from birth, superior and inferior. None should disturb what's decided. Am I right, Sun Wukong?
I believe this has to do with the evils of man and beast, and how one responds to it. Prime example, the fox is a beast who reverts back to his nature, and the man, he has a decision to make, and instead of making one or choosing one that keeps them both alive, such as, you know, leaving the damn fox, instead he chose to kill the fox and make a scarf out of her. It's kind of similar to that Batman quote when he said, it's also like when a girlfriend has a dream that the boyfriend cheated and now he's getting the cold shoulder. Now he's getting the cold shoulder. It's just hella unfair. I returned and killed some more bosses, being Shenigda. I fucked that name all up. Being kill number 23. Completing the side storyline, giving multiple fights but only one kill, being Fubon, which was a jumping for the 24th kill. And killing the brother of Kung Fu Tony, being the Mad Tiger for the 25th kill. Also, kill spot 26 goes to Gorai Daos. Chapter 3 starts off with Jin popping out of nowhere. I don't know what he's doing. Continuing on his path, Jin runs into another boss, being Maki Chief, who runs away before being slain. Venturing for it, Jin runs to a bird that looks like it got a dick on his head. He's really a dickhead. And for this, he turns Jin to a bat. This is going to be the second of 5 times he's going to change. The bird leads him to the lake where the relic is located. And of course, it wasn't going to be this straightforward at all. Instead, Jin runs to Baby Buddha, who pulls a boss out of his sack. First off,
Boss?
I know. Secondly, fuck this boss fight. Mostly because of the camera. When fighting big bosses and flying bosses, the camera says fuck it, I'm fighting you as well. After a couple attempts, Kang Jin Long becomes kill number 27, almost adding Jin to the count once they both fall through the ice. Somehow, Jin survives and makes it to land, but gets captured.
You have chosen your way. This time, there will be no easy way out.
Waking up in a century jail, Jin starts his escape. Man, fuck this level. Every 2 minutes, the level turns gray, you start losing health, niggas get more aggressive, and these tougher enemies pop out. Shit's just not it. While exploring the prison, Jin runs to optional boss being Captain Lotus Vision, who becomes kill number 28. Don't ask what the footage is of the win. My PC froze during the recording, but while we're on the topic of Captain, the 29th kill goes to Captain Wise Voice. We make a quick stop to unlock the great what the hell the fuck you say this? Is needed to fight the secret boss for the true ending. Jin proceeds to find the Makif chief, and they run hands again. And like before, the chief runs away. But before Jin could pursue him, he is stopped by a dude. He teaches him another ability. The dude teaches Jin to make a ring of fire that does things such as increase recovery and damage, and some other shit. Except the one problem. I didn't use this shit at all. No, I used it for once, and it was for a side mission. Speaking of side mission, time to get back to the main mission. Jin comes across a woman speaking to a prisoner in an urn. He's trying to convince him to change sides, but it doesn't work. Instead, he gets the island to get moving since he notices Jin has arrived. This leads to a fight. I believe that this was the dragon that Jin fought earlier on the ice, since she transforms into it for an attack. And overall, man, fuck this entire fight too. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was hard. Not because of the actual gameplay, but it's because I couldn't see shit. The combination of the lightning attacks and the amount of times the game drops frames, yo, it makes it tougher for no reason at all. Having smashed into the urn, the prisoner is freed, who turns out to be a pig. One that was part of Wukong's journey. And now, who is part of Jin's journey.
Move it. Blasted eyesore. Wasn't even worth my second glance back in the court. That same look again. A furry coat and a pinched face. Luck's all you've got. Great, another mute. Whatever. Let's not dally. Now the turtle and I have shared a few tales.
With this, Minecraft joins Jin on collecting the relic. Get it? Cause he's a pig man, and that's Minecraft. Cause you what was it something I said?
So
anyhow,
Harvey,
he has a name which I care not to repeat cause the shit is hard. It's like Zubaji, I think. I'm calling this nigga Tauntaun. I will call him Oolong from Dragon Ball, but I'm not going to do that. It's not important. What is important is what he said. Notice that this isn't the first monkey to come looking for the relics, which is why Tauntaun is even there, to help Jin on his journey at the behest of the old monkey from the start. Before the duo could head out, we add Gang Long as kill number 30. Oh, speaking of killed, hey, here's Concord. Yeah, I bought it. It was okay. But fuck it, it's our honorary kill. It's our honorary kill. We counted it because this shit got killed at Mach speed. Having arrived, it's shown that the island that they was on was a turtle. Kind of like that what happened in Avatar The Last Airbender, minus the MC getting a Felthon and getting filled with some light, getting a new technique. Continuing, the duo meets Baby Buddha. He isn't actually Buddha, given the fact that the title of Buddha essentially means a type of god, since there are multiple Buddhas. But we're calling him Baby Buddha. Well, Baby Buddha gives him the job of going and worshipping a couple of statues, which they do, and upon return, Tauntaun figures out that Baby Buddha isn't actually Baby Buddha. With this, everyone splits up, Baby Buddha running along, clearing the path, Tauntaun just dipping to the summit, and Jin on foot. Along the way, Jin is forced into combat by a minority, because he's non-white. Nigga even had the nerve to run from the smoke. So, he became our 31st kill of the game. While on his way to the summit, Jin covers a couple of obstacles. First, we got our 32nd kill in the form of Lang Li Ga Lang. Next, Jin gets turned into a fox for some reason. Truth be told, this is his 4th or 5th or 3rd. It's some time transforming, and it's a side quest, I think. But a nigga gets hit out of the form and never turn back into it. Kill number 33 comes from Captain Kalpa Wave. Kill number 34 comes from Monk from the Sea, which I didn't kill. Instead, the clone finished it off, and I'm okay with winning like this. Kill number 35 comes from Old Ginseng Guai. Kill number 36 comes from the Weekday, because it's non-able. Get it? Non-able, whatever. Keep it a bean, this nigga was slightly tough, mainly because he has the dreaded 2 health bars, and his second freed form ignores a bit of a good bit of stagger. Kill number 37 comes from what high value men would be considered damaged goods of a woman. Why? Because it's non-peer. With this, Jin hits his summit, meeting Baby Buddha, who starts talking crazy.
Why then do we tower, whilst others merely kneel and offer? He asked. I told him the others are less than us. His misstep cast him back into the endless cycle. Reborn, he drew 3 disciples. But what did they change? One ended up a corpse, others fugitives. He too took to the shadows. Pathetic. Those journeyers have misplaced their worship. Why bet on the sutra when one oneself can be a Buddha?
Kneel before the Buddha of the future.
Yeah, it turns out it's just like Tauntaun said. Baby Buddha isn't actually Baby Buddha. Instead, it's Yellowbrow, the person that the old monkey sent Tauntaun to assist Jin with. Assistant that Jin needs, because the first round ends with Jin getting sucked into the sack. Pause. While the nigga is staring down at him, and you may be wondering, where's Tauntaun? Well, he's in the sack 2 fighting the flying monkey that Jin had been fighting throughout the level. Before jumping the monkey, Tauntaun mentions that the sack isn't a normal sack, and that Yellowbrow mixed Wukong's strength into it. The fight starts with Jin and Tauntaun jumping the flying monkey into oblivion. Somehow, Yellowbrow turns Jin into said monkey, take him out of his sack to possibly feed his bloody side, his bloodlust? I don't have a fucking clue what's happening. I think you're supposed to go on a killing spree while he tries to convert you or something. I just decided to run past every enemy. Oh yeah, this is considered a transformation, but it's a fighting one, so I didn't include this in like the 5 transformations I was talking about. Also, I like the dashing. It reminds me of infamous Second Son dashing. You know, Delson when he does a little smoke dash. I like it. It's visually pleasing. Oh, also, kill number 38 being the flying monkey. Since I didn't see him again, I was debating whether to count this as a kill or not, and I just said fuck it, we ball. Speaking of smoke, Jin gets to running hands with Yellowbrow. He tries to run, but he drops his sack and his fat ass breaks the ice. Overall, being eaten by the beast in the ice. Giving us kill number 39. Then the real baby Buddha pops up.
This rogue stole my seed sack and fled here. With Wukong's relic, he made it a soul-snatching vessel. He also took my look and my name to trick his old foes into vengeance.
With the threat now gone, the real baby Buddha retrieves the relic and gives it to Jin. Don't ask me where the fuck he put the fish at, I genuinely don't know. And I couldn't tell you. What I can tell you about is the in-animation. See, the in-animation follows a turtle that was found and captured. Take notice of the Buddha statues. Arriving, he cuts himself open to show the pearls that is inside him. With this, he makes peace with the natives, helping them out, since they're poor, living in mad poverty, so he helps them out by healing the sick, curing leprosy, and feeding them with fish. He sounds like someone, I can't put my finger on it. Anyways, time passes and the villagers start treating him like a god, replacing the OG statues with him. Basically, he replaced the Buddha. This is even taken like even further when you read the writing in these scenes. Like right here, it says, I'm childish as fuck. I'm hella childish. Alright, but when this actually translated, it reads something like, enduring great suffering and carrying sentient beings, he now has entered a state of eternal bliss, independent of conditions. I'll go over this tad bit later, let's continue. With his new praise comes more people. Some being regular folk, some being a monk, some being scholars/officials, all come to praise him. But until one night, a man decides to attack the turtle, exposing more of the jewels in liquid. And with that, everybody starts to act a fucking fool. Acting like it's Black Friday, back when niggas had money. Motherfuckers was being degenerates. Not only did they rip it apart while stealing, they also started pissing on it, killing each other, having sex. Like, look at this. A high level monk is giving him some strokes of shorty. Which is, he shouldn't be doing, you know, since he's a monk. And you may be wondering, how I know he's a high ranking monk? Well, it's because of the dots on the head. The dots on his head is supposed to represent them as a person and their different beliefs and yada yada, their trials and tribulation. Basically, it's like it's like Krillin. He has these dots. Oh yeah, they're burn marks by incense. Fun fact. But none of this shit matters since everyone dies. I'm guessing because it was a time skip and it's the same village, but then it skips to the village being shitty again. The turtle ends up living and speaking with the traveler.
Good while, didn't you? Speak clearly.
Once again, I proved it to you, Jinshansu.
You chose a means to an end, not to a proof. You sow chaos in hearts just for the sake of winning. How absurd and pathetic.
If not for winning, why debate over means and ends?
Well, you ready for the kicker? The truth is, the turtle is Yellowbrow. Yes, I know, big shocker. Yellowbrow made a bet that humans will always default to their old, violent, selfish ways. He was right, of course, but he kinda cheated in multiple ways. The first time was when they was worshipping him with these letterings. Turns out this is only part of the script coming from the Satura, a matriarch Buddhist attainment of Buddha. I don't fuck that whole name up, but it's right here, the title. A couple of lines before the quote being, the great guiding teacher, enduring adversities and fiercely valiant, was able to teach, convert, and bring evil sentient beings to maturity in the unwholesome world of the five turbidities, enabling them to train themselves to see the next Buddha. Nigga hella skipped over that. From what I can tell, this is like that phrase, give a man the fish, he's gonna eat for a day, teach a man how to fish, he's gonna eat for the rest of his life. And this is doubly true given the fact that he started to make it rain fish, which is good. However, you can also see in the process he's also destroying their fishing boats, taking away the good portion of their power to support themselves. I guess this is like more of a, how do you say, example of him doing that. Next, he managed to get monks to worship him. This might be a stretch, but I believe if you take the monks that was in Yellowbrow's temple, because at this point, Yellowbrow, he represents temptations as the monkey, and monks were supposed to have shut that away because they should have ordered shut that shit away since it's represented with their burn marks. At this point, Yellowbrow said fuck it, this is taking too long, so he decides to use his mental powers on the buddy who attacked him, and with that it set the whole ordeal in order. It's exactly like that Boondock scene.
Oh my god, it's Cher!
I'm mad!
And with this, Chapter 3 comes to an end. The duo manages to sneak their way into the next location on some Looney Tunes hype beat, just to then go on a side mission to unlock the hub, a place that gathers some of the merchants. Returning, the duo decides to switch it up, and instead of running in, they go in disguise. Shit worked for a whopping 2 seconds until Tauntaun gets called out by his govy, so they just drop the disguise. Tauntaun, in so many words, calls her mama a hoe, so they get to scrapping, which stops when Tauntaun gets hit with a kilowatt treatment and then starts stripping.
Curse it! Bugs are bugs! Wearing human skin can't change your gross nature!
Yeah, sure. We are so low compared to you, a glorious admiral of the court. And your last monkey still fresh in his grave. And here you are, another monkey's sidekick.
Cut your bullshit! Get your mother to beg for mercy, and maybe I'll spare your foolish life!
Truth is, the thing you seek is right here in the hollow. Flee now if you're too scared to come in.
Scared my hoof! I'll destroy this rotten hole right now! Let's see where else you'd build your lair!
Nigga runs like a fucking toddler. Jin tries to keep up, but immediately falls into a trap and is rendered unconscious, waking up on a cot in the underground. Jin continues on his journey, in the process giving us kill number 40 thanks to the centipede Guai, and kill number 41 being Buddha's right hand, who tries to run away but is stopped by one of the spider sisters, who helps Jin throughout the entire level for reasons. I believe she's a black sheep of the family who wants freedom, but I could be wrong. You can return her favor by completing her side quest / her quest line, being removing the talismans from across the level. Yeah, I didn't do it and got locked out of the side mission after completing the level. Pushing onward, Jin runs to Tauntaun, being led by one of the spider sisters. They want him to marry their mother by any means so she can eat him, I think, resulting to using a vessel to mind control Tauntaun to do so. Damn, can't let the crew go out like that, so Jin goes to save him, which turns into niggas boxing. See, the vessel is really messing with his mind, letting his negative thoughts just flow out, forcing Jin to fight him. The first fight was against Jin, and the second fight is for Wukong. The niggas started blaming Jin for the mistakes of Wukong, but Jin beats him, giving him the mirror to help him remind him who he was. Don't ask where he got the mirror, nigga picked it up along the way somewhere. I don't know where, but he got it somewhere. I'm pretty sure I saw him pick it up, I just didn't show y'all. With this, Tauntaun is able to remove the vessel that was controlling him, but gets kidnapped in the process. Jin catches up with the kidnapper and kidnappee, and tries to plead his case.
Why dredge up the past? Aren't we here now? Don't you remember how I spared your life when he asked me to clean up the rest of your sisters?
I do remember. And more than that, I even remember how I survived on my sister's flesh after you left.
The two didn't come to an agreement, but information is shared, such as stuff, which I'll explain later. But the most important thing is that she has a rug, so before anything else could happen, Jin pops up and gets to fighting, overall being the victor. Sadly, he isn't able to kill her, nor get the relic once she escapes. Speaking of escape, Jin is also forced to run due to spiders coming to add him to the kill count. The nigga damn near didn't make it until he was saved by a spider. I think it's the same spider from earlier, the same chick, the black sheep. Don't quote me. Hunting the old lady down, kill number 42 comes in as Commander Beetle, and kill number 43 is a fungi woman. Getting back to the hunt, Jin finds the old woman and her daughters asking for help from their masters. The nigga then proceeds to snatch the relic out of the old woman, giving us kill number 44 being the violet spider. since the relic was kind of, keeping her alive. With the death of their mother, the Spiders decides to jump the Master. With this distraction, Jin also jumps him. With the combined effort of the daughters and Jin, they lose. Yeah, nigga beat me for a whopping 40 plus fucking minutes. And if you don't believe me, here's a montage. With this, Jin decides to go and level up, also going to acquire the vessel for the level. Along the way, racking up kill number 45 being Venom Taoist, who before dying gives Jin access to the purple Cloud Mountain. Oh, we getting high today, huh? I then proceed to run into an even harder nigga than before, being the damn Scorpion King. Not only does he hit harder, is quick, resistant to staggering, has multiple AoEs and distance attack. To top it off, he has poison as well. The Scorpion Lord becomes the 46th kill of the board. Don't ask where the footage is, I had to stop the recording. The nigga was beating my ass for an hour straight before I just said fuck it. And I didn't have that much space on my computer to be storing this goddamn this recording, since this bitch taking up 200 gigabytes on my 500 gigabyte computer. Speaking of fuck it, kill number 47, the dusty old nigga had the recording turned off too. Not cause he was hard, or because, safe space. I was still low-key hot from the previous fight, so yeah, you don't get the recording. That nigga almost didn't make it. After this fight, the snake from earlier passes the relic along to Jin. With it now in hand, the 100-eyed Taoist Master becomes the 48th kill on the board. After his death, the Violet Spider is ejaculated out of the Master, and her daughters end up crying over her body. I'm pretty sure she's dead, but she starts talking to the pig, and I got lost since they start doing that shit so often. Like, you kill a person, you beat a person, they disintegrate, they lifeless, and they just start talking. Like, nigga, shut up, you're dead. The girls are left to cry over their mom, while the duo retrieves the relic, the Dragon Ball holder. I don't know what it is. It looks like a flower / mushroom with 7 bumps / dots. But it looks like a perfect, a Dragon Ball holder. You put the Dragon Balls in there and it holds them. Yeah. With this, the chapter comes to an end and the animation plays. The animation is about Tauntaun and his backstory. Before being a pig, he was a general in the Celestial Corps, or the Heavenly Palace, the CCP. He was a general in the CCP. Until he started falling for a goddess who he follows. Along the way, he bumps into a woman. She becomes super important later. Following the goddess, Tauntaun sees her linking with her sneaky link, and it's sad. However, shit finna get worse for him, cause they don't fuck with the peeping Tom, cucking type beat. So they smite his ass down to the earth realm and turns him into a pig. With this, the nigga went about his way being a relatively bad person. And I know that since he, at some point in time, joins Wukong's journey to the west, and all them niggas was evil, / bad, / too uncaring with their powers. The group somehow ends up getting involved with the spiders, resulting in Wukong stealing their clothes for reasons. Tauntaun, trying to be a better person, fails and returns back to his peeping Tom origins, turning into a catfish, trying to see some Spaducci, which he does see. But all the voyeurism fun comes to an end when he runs to the shorty from earlier. Yeah, she managed to leave the CCP somehow and go to Earthrealm, which she's just a big ass spider. Well, the Violet Spider to be exact, aka the old woman from the chapter that we just beat on. Anyway, they fall in love or something, but Tauntaun decides against it because of reincarnation or some shit. It works out in his favor, however, since Wukong's group gets into a battle against the Spiders group, to the point where before heading to fight the 100-eyed Taoist, Wukong tells Tauntaun to handle his light work being the spiders. Of course, Tauntaun, being a good soldier, does, killing all the spiders, but couldn't bring himself to kill the Violet Spider, so he leaves her, and only her alive. The animation ends with Tauntaun looking back on the village that they just fucked up, before reuniting with Wukong to continue their quest. But before continuing on our quest, we gotta add a couple more kills on the board. Kill number 49 goes to Bali Gaba, and the 50th kill goes to Elder Armor Worm. The duo, now hyped off of the last chapter, goes to find the next relic. And these niggas just said, man, fuck stealth. Tauntaun pulled up in his OG form, just throwing them bitches. Tauntaun decides to go ahead with Jin following behind him. Taking a small detour, Jin manages to beat hostility out of Pale X Stalwart, turning him back into an ally. in which he informs Jin of the various carts blocking the ways, in which Jin beats one of them, giving kill number 51 to the brown iron cart. Speaking of cart, I damn near killed myself trying to get to the second cart due to fall damage. Thankfully, I managed to beat the boss first try, making the 52nd kill, the great bronze cart. Taking what seems to be a whopping 2 yards, Jin runs into a fox who is into bondage, but before freeing the freaking animal, Jin gets jumped by 2 hits. There's a joke in here somewhere about giving and taking hit, but I'm not gonna make it. Kills 53 and 54 goes to the 2 bosses. Saving the fox, of course, it turns into a woman.
That was so close. Thank you for saving me. I am the Bull King's daughter, Ping Ping.
Nonsense! The bull has no daughter. Dare to fool me, scoundrel!
I know who you are. My mother is Princess Fairfox. You killed her.
Shut up, bitch.
Hey, why she and Jin's staff were just hella clipping through the nigga? Like, I noticed it the first time when I was playing it, and I'm just looking back on the footage, and I noticed it more. Like, they hella just clipping through the nigga. Or at least it's Kate. She convinces the duo to help her save her daddy and mama from her brother. Tauntaun ends up giving Jin a cicada for the future. Jin follows the fox girl, who leads him to the entrance of her mother's palace in hopes of securing her fam to fight the brother. But first, Jin has to find an old friend of the mom to be used as like an advocate to get the fam. Kill number 55 comes in the form of Flint Chief. Of course he's made out of fire, because if he was made out of water, the nigga would still be terrorizing Flint, Michigan. Like, how the fuck we still 10 years later and niggas worrying about some fucking water? Just for reference, the shit happened back in 2014. Obama was still president. It was still like his first term. That's nutty. And niggas still scared to drink their water over there.
My fellow Americans.
Another double boss fight is fought, giving us kills 56 and 57, aka Cloudy Mist and Misty Cloud. Arriving, Jin gets sucked into the cicada that Tauntaun gave him to snoop on the conversation between the fox girl and her mom. It doesn't go anywhere. Matter of fact, it only gets worse when the fox shorty brings a friend that was supposed to help. Instead of trying to help, man, he trying to fuck. Thankfully, it turns out to all be a ruse, since the mom turns out to be Tauntaun. Don't ask why Tauntaun was a mom. Don't ask how Tauntaun managed to get there before the fox, even though they left roughly at the same time. Don't ask where the mom is, given that this is her palace. Don't ask why Tauntaun started arguing with the fox. Listen, this might not be the prequel to the series of unfortunate events, and I might not be Lemony Snickets, but we asking all the wrong questions. The real question is, how the fuck did Tauntaun know so much about the relationship between the mom and the friend? Like, did he activate his people in time ability? Jin, hearing that they're about to barbecue, pops out for the smoke. The friend, however, decided that they wanted to go to the White Room and have a seafood boil. Okay, what I just said, the shit probably don't make no fucking sense, but I'm gonna talk through it. First off, the friend is the keeper of the Flaming Mountain, but I'm gonna keep calling the nigga the friend. I'm just letting you know what his name is, his title, which is why I said the word barbecue, because the keeper of the Flaming Mountain. Okay. Second, the White Room. I call these type of areas the White Room. Examples are Assassin's Creed Animus loading screens, Ghostwire Tokyo, the hospital scene, see like right here. Marvel Spider-Man, Marvel Lee levels. Kingdom Hearts 3, the Aqua boss fight, the place where Link fought his dark version. You get the idea. And third, seafood boil, because the second half of the fight is against the yin yang fish, which now thinking about it doesn't make sense given the fact that seafood boils usually don't have fish. I should have scrapped this shit, but I already voiced it, so whatever. Speaking of don'ts, we don't get a kill off the keeper. He escapes. The duo splits up yet again, leading to kill number 58, Crimson Silvercart, and also kill number 59, the nine-tailed Linza Gua. After playing what seems to be the worst game of stop and go, Jin runs to the fox again. This time, she's actually of use, since she found the fan that they needed. She uses it to get rid of the flame blocking their way, as Tauntaun handles the ball.
He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
No, He ain't being added to the kill count since the fox said that he'll be alright. With this, the pair heads to the fox, the fox's dad, to try and save him. The Bull King. I don't think I give him a name yet. He's the Bull King. I'm gonna keep calling him the dad. Getting to the dad, he takes one look at the fox and immediately recognizes that she isn't his daughter. So, with their cover blown, they transform back, revealing that Red Boy was praying to be his daughter. After beating him, Jin is handed over the relic, but Red Boy pops back up quickly and snatches it. He then proceeds to pop the relic like a real deal pill popper. Pop Perk feel like a superhero. Now, turning into the... What the hell is that? Yasuke? Yaksha? The Yaksha King. Nigga turned to Espada. Yeah, Tauntaun arrives and the duo proceeds to, you know, do what they do best, jump the nigga. Before being able to put Red Boy on a shirt, the mom pulls up, begging for them to spare his life, given the fact that he is the last of his bloodline. In the novel, he wasn't the last of his kind. They just kind of added that shit in for the sake of the game plot. She offers up her fan and her word that everybody would just leave to try and protect her son. But Red Boy ain't gonna go out like that.
The light lies in our submission, kneeling and begging. You shall never witness it.
And with that, Red Boy adds himself to the kill count as the 60th kill. With the death of Red Boy, Jin is able to retrieve the 5th relic. With it, the 5th animation plays. Okay, time to break down the animation. The animation follows the Bull King and is about him. It opens with the body of Wukong being split up, aka the relics. See, the Bull King manages to catch Wukong before he falls. Wukong then uses the last bit of his strength to tell him that he's a dumbass, and that if he took a true or false test with like 100 questions, the nigga would manage to somehow get a fucking 0. That's how bad he is with picking sides and options. He then proceeds to have multiple flashbacks of times when he made the wrong decisions. The first time is him helping Wukong go against the CCP, in which they lost. The second had to do with the Bull King's wife having been forced to drink from the river of childbearing by the CCP for the Bull King's prior actions. Side note, I thought drinking from the river of childbearing was a euphemism for rape. Yeah, it isn't. They actually have a river that makes people pregnant, and not just women. There's like a whole side quest involving some of Wukong's, well, not a side quest, but the storyline in the book Journey to the West. There's a whole like side activity, sideline, whatever, a side plot involving some of Wukong's group drinking from the river and getting pregnant. One of them people being Tauntaun. It's kind of weird how they managed to somehow earn the Impreg tag, but okay. Real progressive. That's a progressive ass book. No, that's a progressive ass book. The third time is not giving Red Boy the relic for him to take revenge. The fourth time is not giving Wukong a fan the first time when he asked for it nicely. This leads to Wukong and his gang basically running up in his spot and fucking shut up. Mainly having to do with Red Boy and Bull King's brother. So we're gonna do a little side note right here so we can explain that. So see, Red Boy, yeah, he got handled because the little nigga was kind of crazy and started to fuck with an important member of Wukong's party. I think like the main priestess or something, Buduf Guanya, or I think he was messing with her. For some reason, going so far as to try and kidnap her. This doesn't fly with Wukong, so after getting his hands on him, he tries to convert him to like Buddhism and, you know, make him work for them, you know, come to their side, which Red Boy does manage to trick them into thinking he would, all for a whopping 2 seconds before stabbing the Guanya girl he had beef with. So she said fuck it and hits the little nigga with like 5 different headbands. Another side note, the headbands are what keeps the Yaguai in check. So for example, Wukong, he has a golden headband, which is just, it basically just tightens on his head and the shit kind of hurts. The shit does hurt. It tightens. You can see it tightening right here in the beginning. There's a total of 3 different types. The others being the tightening and the prohibition. I don't know what they do. I felt as though the tightening should have been, you know, what the golden headband does, but whatever, we're rambling. So Yeah, Red Boy, he proceeds to get tossed and turned all ways besides loose, you know, getting all locked up with each one on his limb. Now, for the Bull King's brother. Bro, remember when I said that some of the Wukong's party drank from the river of childbearing? Well, to counteract that, they had to go get an abortion. And I mean that in, I guess, a serious way as I could. They had to drink from the well of miscarriage, which the Bull King is guarding. And also, he kind of wants his run back for what they did to the Red Boy. So, they beat his ass and they go get their abortions. Okay, so now we're all caught up. Back to animation. Wukong, he reminds Bull King of what I just said and leaves him with the words that the Bull King needs to pick a master and serve them. That is the only way for Jaguar like them to survive. Since the Bull King at this point, the nigga's low-key evil, well, is evil. And Wukong, being a former evil nigga, well, trying to be a better good person, evil nigga. He's a reformed evil nigga. He's a reformed young nigga. He's a crash out, goddammit. That's why he still got the headband on. Well, yeah, all that shit, yeah, it goes right out the window when Tauntaun pulls up and tells the two of them that he just murked the Bull King's mistress, the Fox Guai. Listen, you know Shorty was his best eater because the nigga said fuck it immediately and went all out to the point that Wukong's party had to call up the CCP and ask for reinforcements before even stepping to the nigga. Even then, they had to really box with the nigga, having to behead him. But that didn't even stop him. He just kept coming back. Do you understand how good of an eater that woman had to be for this nigga to survive multiple beheadings? I think it was around like 10 beheadings. To the point they just, you know what, they said fuck it. We're not going to do this anymore. Just burn his horn, essentially having to torture the nigga into submission. The animation returns to the death of Wukong.
The way I saw it, with enough merit and a position before the Buddha, they would leave me be, and all of you as well. Now I see, for someone like me, staying alive is enough to be a transgression. Brother, take care of your wife and children, and remember, steer clear of my remains.
And with that, we get the first kill of the game, being Wukong. And with that, Chapter 5 comes to an end. Just because the chapter comes to an end doesn't mean the kills do, since we go back to add some more to the board. The 61st kill goes to the Mother of Flemings. Kill number 62 goes to the Flint Vanguard. Kill 63 is the Rusty Gold Cart. Kill 64 is a Homie Pell Axe Stalwart. It was real sad and shit, like, he got ragdolled by Kill 63, like, he was really a goat, and he was, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who the fuck he was. Well, I'm gonna keep it a bean, I had to go back in my goddamn script just to see who the hell this nigga was. He really wasn't that important. I'm gonna keep it a brick with y'all. He ain't do nothing. We didn't even get to fight with the nigga because we beat the boss before we could actually go save him. Shit was kind of wacky. Kill number 65 is the fire frog, Ba Ling Ling. Ba Lang Lang? Kills number 66 and 67 comes from the dual boss fight against Bottom Takes Top and Top Takes Bottom. I ain't gonna lie, this is some freaky ass niggas. I'm sorry. And the last kill is kill number 68, being Bushi GoldenEye Beast. After which the mom and the friend, they kind of wrap up their little side quest, side line. I don't really care. With that, we move on to Chapter 6. With the pair obtaining the 5th relic, they return to the forest that Jin started his journey in. This time, having a bunch of CCP soldiers standing in their way, which they fight their way through. In which I proceed to stop and go finish up the quests, the side quests for the true ending, having to fight the Green Cat Marshalless. Marshalless? Which upon, you know, beating, Baby Buddha gives him like another power, which I never use since it strips Jin of every attack type except, you know, his hands. With this, we head back to the Great Pragda, where Baby Buddha opens a portal to one of Wukong's old friends, being the pre-boy himself, Erlang, the sacred divinity. Not much is said between Jin and Erlang, but you come to understand that these niggas don't really have beef for each other. But you know, they still gotta fight. And fight they do. Note, I played this after the patch, which made them tougher. And it was a tough fight, being either the hardest or second hardest fight in the entire game. I think he takes the top spot. To the point, you know what? I had to stop recording, like before. To the point I almost said, fuck it, I'm not getting the true ending. You know what? I was damn near about to just go watch it on YouTube and put that shit in the video right here. But you know what? But I said no. We're going to get the true ending. So after using all of my gaming noodle, intense thinking, trial and error, I was able to... Man, fuck this. How to beat Erlang easy. Okay. Where the fuck do I get that weapon from? Oh, it's at the end. Fuck. I can't use it. After numerous tries, multiple variations of the same plan, making Jin an addict, with how many pills I made this nigga pop, and about half a dozen times me asking both why the fuck I bought this game and questioning if I actually wanted to make this video, I finally beat Erlang. Having beaten them, he proceeds to run away.
Today's clash didn't satisfy my spirit. Go back with me to the sky. Let us get drunk before we continue this fight.
The two proceed to fly/fight in the sky before immediately crashing back into the ground, then turning into giant kaijus. But as payback for all the times Jin and Tauntaun was jumping niggas, Erlang called up the 4 Heavenly Kings. They tried to jump him, but thankfully the game made this one of the easier fights in the game, allowing for Jin to kill all 4 of them, starting off with the umbrella staff lightning dragon nigga. That's kill 69. The Pokemon lover, since he got both sword and shield, as kill 70. Captain Red Hawk America as kill 71, and that one nigga that loves playing with instruments when the hoes show up as kill 72.
A monkey of worthy deed. As I've helped you, I shall see.
Damn, that sounded mad racial.
A monkey of...
Shit damn near sound like a Tarantino script.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
You want I should treat him like white folks?
No. That's not what I said.
With the 4 kings down, Jin and Erlang resume their colossal sized fight. As the fight progresses, each one of them gets stronger, albeit by getting a new weapon or having the flames for victory restoked. Each side is giving it their all, but only one can be crowned the victor.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Hey, this shit lagging! It's hella unoptimized. With Jin coming out as a winner, but before he could add him as the 73rd kill, Erlang decides to give him some brain, or something, hitting him with the chemical 80-3959X.91-15. Jin starts seeing the voice of Wukong, and finally, being put in the body/clothes of Wukong, where Erlang damn near sucks off to the memory of Wukong.
Hey yo, what the?
He gives praise to Wukong and tells Jin that he's going to have to live up to Wukong, but from what he's seen, Jin just might have a chance at that, tossing him his spear, sending Jin on his way. For further explanation, Erlang really didn't hate Wukong. Matter of fact, a good portion of the people that jumped and killed Wukong didn't hate him, they were just following the orders of the CCP. Since the only reason why the CCP order for Wukong was capture/death was simply because he was too powerful and didn't submit to them. This is based on old Chinese history where if a general got too powerful, in the sense of like numerous soldiers that put their faith in him, and the general is to retire, well, the Chinese government will simply have them executed in fear of them using their powers and connections to take over and dethrone the government. So yeah, they ended up calling that before it even happened. Now, you may be wondering, how and why Erlang is confident that Jin could live up to Wukong? Simple. Erlang sent out some of his brothers, Not sure who they are. Not sure like if they're biological to test them. I believe that the Noble Snake, aka Orochimaru, and the Green Cat Martialist was sent to test them, both of which had to be fought in order to even get to Erlang. So I'm pretty sure there was a couple more, but I just don't know. And for the second question, why is Erlang helping Jin grow? That's also simple. Erlang really don't fuck with the Jade Emperor like that. Hell, I would say like a good portion of people that jumped Wukong didn't fuck with the Jade Emperor for various reasons. But first, I'm gonna take a step back to explain who the Jade Emperor is and his whole like setting this, his whole ploy, his whole why he even there. So simply put, he's the head of the CCP, or at least the Celestial Court. I'm not sure about the Heavenly Palace part. He might be. He's like the Zeus of the verse, meaning the god of the gods. Even to the point where these niggas low-key has some of the same powers / possessions. You know what? Fuck it. Let's compare the two. Video already long as hell. Don't matter. In the red corner, the supreme ruler of all, hailing from 1007 CE China, having fought various beings of immense power such as the Demon King, studied for 1,750 eons, with each eon lasting 129,600 years, for a total of 200 plus million years, having passed 3,200 trials, each trial taking 3 million years apiece, taking a whopping 9.6 billion years. This nigga spent a grand total of about 10 billion fucking years training. Where was he at? The Hyperbolic Time Chamber? The Dangai? In the Speed Force? He is such a massive figure that only women are allowed to be named after him. He goes by many names, being the Heavenly Grandfather, August Emperor of Jade, Yuhang Shangdi, Yudi, and even Mr. Heaven, we have the Jade Emperor! And in the blue corner, the Ben Franklin of Greece, hailing from 800 BCE to Donda, I don't know where the fuck that at, is the youngest of all his siblings, yet was the one to go against his father Cronus and freed them. Fought and defeated Typhon, one of the deadliest creatures in the entire Greek mythology. Has more children than Nick Canning, birthing and fathering Greek figures such as Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hermes, Ares, and Hercules, just to name a few. He is the peak of the gods who stands over all. He goes by many names such as Father, God of Thunder, Cloud Gatherer, and even Jupiter. We have Zeus! I did all that just to show off their backgrounds, but truth be told, these niggas are hella alike. From having similar roles as leaders, having attributes and symbolism that go hand in hand, the only thing that is different is their powers. Zeus has thunderbolts, shapeshifting, can control weather, while the Jade Emperor has spiritual powers, ability to give immortality, but most noticeably has control over elements. All that to say, not everybody liked the Jade Emperor. Erlang didn't rock with him because he imprisoned his mom for having him with a mortal since she was a goddess. Or because he had sex with a god because she was a mortal. Or something like that, nigga. They don't mess with that mortal goddess god interbreeding. Anyway, that's why Erlang didn't really fuck with the Jade Emperor. Returning, Jin brings back the new ability and Erlang's staff. Now, having a new weapon, Jin decides that he likes stealing niggas' drip. So, of course, he goes back to steal the drippiest niggas' shit that even tried to even journey to the west. AKA Wukong. The first major person to get in Jin's way is the Supreme Inspector, aka the Soul King's left hand, even though it's a right hand. Jin kills him by snapping his neck. Well, I guess it's a risk. Giving us kill number 73. Speaking of the kill count, Jin is almost added to it since, you know, he killed Buddy in the air and he can't fly, which is kind of manufactured given the fact that we seen this nigga Jin jump down large distances like this cliff right here, or him jumping into the spider pit back in chapter 4. If you go back, thankfully he's saved by the one, the only, the Nimbus Cloud.
Wukong Somersault Cloud!
Somersault Cloud? This shit can't even do a fucking loop-de-loop. What is this? With Wukong's whip now in hand, or feet. Nah, it's in his hands, because he got hands for feet, so it's hands. Jin uses to travel about. Oh, don't worry, this is the only time he's gonna do it in this location, even though they could add this a little earlier. Kill number 74 comes from a random boss, being Son of Stones. Kill 75 also comes at a random point in the form of a poison chief. All the pieces of Wukong's drip is guarded by different bosses. The gold armored rhino is the first one of these guards to be added to the kill count as number 76. It gives Jin Wukong's body armor. Kills number 77, 78, 79 being Zhao Long of Waves, another poison chief, Water Wood Beast, and Lang Babao. Moving on to the next piece, Jin is forced to go against the Cloud Treading Deer, who has a dope design, especially the second phase. It reminds me of Bloodborne. Unlike this boss, a game I never beat. It gets added to the board as well as kill number 81. Upon defeat, it coughs up some shoes slash shin guards, I guess. Nigga feet mad dirty. Like, he really ran around like all what seems to be fucking Middle Earth with no shoes on. That's just nutty to me. Speaking of dirty, the next keeper forces Jin to put his dick inside a person with gonorrhea, cause that shit start burning.
Give it to me! 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 Just give it!
As a reward, Jin gets his crown. Speaking of getting rewarded, the next keeper, aka the last keeper, yeah, he wants some of that cookie.
I want a cookie.
When Tantan tried to capture him, the keeper said,
"We can do this the easy way out of the hallway."
And he didn't give him a choice because he immediately hopped up in him.
Bust out your asshole screaming. Fuck is you talking about?
Jin arrives to a weird ass scene.
It's in me. It's in me.
Jin goes inside Tantan to fight the keeper, aka the Emerald Armored Mantis. Tantan really getting double penetrated right now. Like these niggas are really fighting this nigga's guts, just tearing it up from the inside. Jin proves to have the better meat because he finishes off the Emerald Armored Mantis, adding him as an 82nd kill, having gained the arm guards as a reward. Having all of Wukong's armor pieces, Jin goes and takes the last item of his, aka his staff. Now having stolen every item that ever belonged to Wukong, Jin and Tantan make their way back to the old monkey from the start. Having to fight their way through, the duo returns to the rock and enters it. If you're lost, it's the same rock from the start of the game, the beginning, like right here where the niggas talking. Entering, they find the old monkey who leads them through the memories of Wukong and his travels. Along the way, the duo finds out that A, Jin is a 6th relic, aka the Mind Stone. B, there has been multiple attempts, aka reincarnations of Wukong to try to do what Jin just did. And C, on top of all that, Wukong is gone for good, and Jin is meant to take up the name / mantle. However, Wukong left with one final task. You may have his looks, his skills, and his items, but do you have that dog? So with this, Jin is forced into combat against the shell of Wukong, who really is a simple challenge, but that doesn't matter, because Jin still whoops Wukong. Having defeated his shell, then Wukong pops up, who then pushes nigga to the max, to the point where Jin gets robbed of the relics too. But that also doesn't matter either, because Jin still beats him. With Wukong now defeated, Wukong crown falls. Now this is where fighting Erlang shines. See, if we was to defeat Wukong while being Erlang, the crown would have been set on Jin's head, signaling that the loop wasn't broken and that another nameless monkey would have to go on the same journey to try to break it. But since it was broken, we instead get the Chapter 6 animation. The animation is a retelling of all the events that happened in the Journey to the West novel. The game ends with Jin preparing to take on the CCP yet again. And with that, Black Myth Wukong comes to an end with a kill count of 82. Alright, Black Myth Wukong is now in the books. Overall, this game was alright, and that's all you're going to get out of me, because I'm tired. And again, if you want to know my thoughts and opinions, head over to my half-assed review of Black Myth Wukong. And with that being said, the galaxy needs me. Farewell.
In both face and mind, are free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask.